Welcome back to Houston Life. Our next guest has entertained audiences with magic shows since he was just 11 years old. Look at that photo we have there. Love that. As an illusionist, he creates a unique ambiance for his guests to enjoy the magic of up close and personal tricks. Joining us with more about his upcoming shows, the Conjurer Intimate Magical Experience, which you can probably catch in a neighborhood near you. Master Magician Curt Miller, welcome back to Houston Life.
Thank you very much, Derek. Good to see you again.
It's so good to see you. And this show, you're actually performing monthly. So next month you'll be in Katy, then you'll be in League City, then you'll be in Sugarland. So you kind of dot the Houston area. What do audiences say about your shows? Because during the break, you and I were just chatting about how magic is really magical for all ages.
It really is. It's one of the few types of entertainment that everybody will like. We have people in our show from ages 5 to 95. Everyone enjoys it. So if you do it right, if you keep it fun, keep it amazing, keep the comedy clean, then everybody's going to have a great time.
And clean comedy, I think, is such a key thing, too, because you want to be able to go out with your entire family and not worry about what's being said or done on the stage. So I love that you keep it clean. Talk to us about your days today, because having a monthly schedule and performing around the Houston area, different venues, I know this is still, it's something you're passionate about it, you love it, but this is still a challenge, right? It's a tough business.
It's a fun challenge. I can't complain. It is the best job in the world. I get to bring people together, make them forget about their troubles for a little while, put a smile on their face, give them something they have never seen before. And what's wrong with that?
And okay, you've done up close magic here on Houston Life, and I have been amazed because even though I'm seated right next to you, I still can't figure out how you do this because it's magic. But you also, in these stage shows, you do some big scale, larger scale productions.
Yeah, for 10 years, we did a massive show at Moody Gardens at Galveston with dancers and singers and big stuff. And I brought all of the things that I learned from that show into the show I'm doing now called The Conjurer. It is what we call an intimate magical experience. It's not just a magic show. We actually set up a theater, so you come in and you think, oh, this is going to be something special. So we have lights and music and sound and video, and there's funny parts and amazing parts. It's very interactive, so it's not like most shows where you sit back and you just watch, and this one you are an active participant of. So it's a really fun date night or a group outing. And if you love theater, if you love magic, if you love to laugh, you're going to love this show.
We just saw a photo of you, Curt, when you were just 11 years old, and your moniker back then was the Young Magician.
Yes.
I asked you how long you used the Young Magician moniker. How long was that?
Until last week.
Until last week. Okay, got it. Until you had to retire that title.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look back at these photos and these business cards, I love you had business cards also at such a young...
13.
I mean, talk about rare. That really is incredible.
It's strange looking back at it. By the time I was in high school, I was pretty famous in the Midwest. I was traveling all over. My parents had to drive me to the shows. I couldn't drive.
Because you didn't have a license yet. What do you think 11-year-old or 13-year-old Curt would have thought about the career that you've built today?
I never thought I would still be doing it, but it just turned out to be my destiny. It is something very special, a gift that I have that I feel an obligation to bring to people. And you know, I wanted to mention this is, in modern times, we get more and more inward. We turn inward into our phones, into our computers. Magic, live entertainment of this type brings people together, and it makes us feel special again, and it connects us, and I think that's my purpose here.
That's fantastic. We certainly need more connection in the world, and more face-to-face interaction with other humans, right?
You do it every day, and I applaud that, and I think that's my job, too.
Well, it'd be super weird if you were here and I was just staring at my phone the whole time, but a lot of people, I mean, that's the world we live in today,
it is.
Right? For a lot of people.
It is.
Okay, so talk to us a little bit about your YouTube shows that you're doing, because this concept, and I want our viewers to take a look at this because this is so interesting. You have actually taken, it's like a spoof, right? You have taken famous TV shows and movies and you have edited yourself into them. We don't have the video to show you because we don't have the license to show you, but talk to us about how you came up with this concept.
So during the pandemic, I had a lot of time on my hands. I had no audiences like most performers, and so I got the idea of, wouldn't it be funny to put myself into a movie doing a card trick for Robert De Niro? And so I made a little 3-minute movie where it looks like it's from one of his films, and it looks like that I'm performing and we're interactive. And it turned out pretty funny. I have a background in television production as well from college, and it went viral. So I made another one with Samuel L. Jackson, and this one got 2 million views.
Whoa.
So I thought, well, this is what the world wants to see right now since I can't perform live. And so I ended up making 7 or 8 of these, and they have gone all over the world. I don't think there's a magician on the planet that hasn't seen them.
That is incredible.
So much fun. And so now I have a new series called I Don't Belong Here, which is not, I don't do magic, but I talk about stuff that happened in the show last night. So I have one that I just did with the Big Bang Theory. They're all on my website if you want to check them out.
That's fantastic. It also just underscores that as a performer, you're constantly evolving, you're constantly trying new things. And over the years, speaking of celebrities, you've met a lot of big celebrities, William Shatner, Sinbad. I mean, it's, and not just
There's
met them.
Henry Winkler.
Henry Winkler, we love him. And you've performed for them as well, blown them away with your magic.
Christopher Lloyd, he was super fun. Yeah, I've one of the, John Cleese from Monty Python. I actually got to work with him. He collaborated with me on one of my little movies. There's William Shatner. He was super fun. One of the great perks about being a performer is you get to meet your heroes sometimes and perform.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the kind of fun parts of this job. But as I mentioned the last time I was here, once you start performing, they're like everybody else. They turn into little boys and girls. So.
Well, I think it's super cool. And our viewers probably know, when I was a kid, my dream was to be a magician.
That's right.
It really was my goal. I almost burned the house down once when a trick went wrong. That is a true story. And I still, like, my heart pounds when I think about it. Luckily, that did not happen. I left it to the professionals like Master Magician Curt Miller. So let's take a quick break. You're going to perform a trick or two for us
I
when we
am,
come
and
back?
you do not want to miss this. This is going to be great.
All right, sounds good. Houston Life will be right back. Don't go away. All right, we're back with Master Magician Curt Miller. He's about to perform a trick or two for us, if Heather tells me we have time for 2. A reminder, his upcoming shows, the Conjurer Intimate Magical Experience, they have dates in March in Katy, if I remember correctly,
Yes.
April in Lake City, and then May in Sugar Land.
Exactly.
And there are dates every single month, so check him out in person, but also visit his website and find his YouTube series.
Yep,
It's good,
all
good
those
stuff.
dates are on kurtmiller.com, so.
Easy.
Want to see something fun?
Yes, please.
Okay, do you play cards sometimes?
Once in a while, I'm not great at it.
Okay, do you have any money?
A bit,
Okay,
$1
no.
or 2.
What could
Right
go
now?
wrong?
Right now?
No. So in the old days, some gamblers used to write on the backs of the cards secret markings. Are you familiar with this concept?
I mean, that's cheating.
Yeah, it is cheating. They would cheat like that. Not all of them.
Okay.
But now some gamblers, not all of them, are writing on the sides.
Okay.
Have you heard about this?
No.
They take tiny little pens, write each card's suit and value,
Okay.
really small letters on the side.
How do they think they were going to do that and not get caught?
I don't know, but it's
Duh.
amazing. Now, if you were, I'll show you how this works.
Okay.
And I would never cheat, but if you were holding any one of these cards, let's say, for example, the Jack of Clubs.
Okay.
Can you see there, Jack of Clubs, written in really small, look really...
No, Curt.
Say yes.
No, I can't.
Say yes.
They just look like black
Say
dots.
yes.
Okay, fine.
Okay, good. So I'm going to show you how this would work in a gambling situation. So for this demonstration, I will riffle through the cards.
Okay.
Riffling.
Riffle?
Yes.
I didn't know that was a word.
It's a technical term, Derek.
Oh, riffle.
And I want you to shout stop whenever you'd like. That's where I'll stop.
Okay.
All right, here we go. You ready? All right, here we go.
Stop!
Okay, good. Ooh, that was perfect. Remember this card if you would. Okay, we'll show it to the camera. I won't look. Everybody remember this?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you how a gambler would use the markings to find your card. Now, they've come up with a technique called unshuffling the cards. Now, most people shuffle, right?
Unshuffling
Yes,
the cards?
this is an unshuffle. Unshuffling helps you read the markings. I'll show you how it works. We divide the cards in half, mix the 2 halves together. Now, this is an unshuffle, though, because it helps you read the markings. If you watch those markings as we unshuffle, they actually come together and spell
Houston Life.
Houston Life.
4 times.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Now, if we give the deck another unshuffle, okay, divide the cards in half a second time, Derek.
Okay.
And again, mix the 2 halves together. Now remember, we're not shuffling, we are unshuffling. Watch those markings as we unshuffle. They now come together and become...
No.
Yes.
Houston Life twice?
Yes. Isn't that
Okay.
crazy?
Yeah, that is trippy.
It's bananas. Now, if we give the deck one final unshuffle, Derek, you okay? Divide the cards in half a third and final time. Mix the 2 halves together. Now, remember, Derek, we are not shuffling. We are what?
We are unshuffling.
We are unshuffling the cards. Divide the cards in half, Derek. Mix the 2 halves together. And you can actually see the cards getting mixed, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can tell I'm a natural skeptic.
You are a
Curt
natural
Miller.
skeptic. I know you're
a lot of people are. So you are now unshuffling.
We are unshuffling the cards, divide the cards in half, mix the 2 halves together a third and final time.
Okay.
And they're brand new. They're kind of hard to unshuffle here.
No, I always like to break in a new
know.
deck of cards.
All right, hold on. We'll get there.
Okay.
We unshuffle the cards the third and final time.
Okay.
All right, check this out. There we go. We got to push them together. The third time, check this out, almost visibly, magically, and I have to feel entertainingly, the #1 daytime show, Houston Life.
Oh my gosh, how do you know we're #1? You are a magician.
I am a magician.
Hey, that is impressive.
Now, the really strange part is they kind of group themselves back together here, but a moment ago I asked you to remember a card, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember your card?
I think so.
Oh, bummer.
I'm pretty sure I
Check this
remember.
out. We give the deck one final unshuffle. They
Are you
spell
kidding me?
6 of hearts right
Okay,
across the
Curt
top.
Miller, you are tripping me out. And yes, cue the applause. I wasn't sure where that trick was going. That is incredible. We do have time for another one, quickly.
Okay, do you have a good imagination?
Sure.
All right, I have an imaginary deck of cards.
Okay.
All right, so if you would take the cards,
Oh,
shuffle
yes.
them very thoroughly, mix them up. We want to make sure they're not in any special order.
Do I need to
here.
riffle them first?
Yeah, take them out of the box, please.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
No, that's fine. That's my fault. All right, don't
Here, will you
lose
hold
it.
the box?
I will.
Okay, thank you.
Shuffle them up. I won't look. Reach in and take a card, any
okay.
card you'd like, and show it to the camera.
Okay.
All right, any card at all. Okay, don't let me force your card. Okay, I put
Okay.
it back, but I want you to turn it over, face up back in the deck.
Okay.
All right, and then shuffle the cards again. Put them back in the box, please. There's the box. Close up the box and hand it to me.
Thank you so much.
All right.
This is not weird at all.
No, you're doing fine.
Okay.
Now, you are good.
What?
So here's the strange part. A moment ago, you picked a card, right? You memorized it. You put it face up in the deck. You're not going to believe this, but in this box, Derek, there's a deck of cards with one card, only one,
Come
face
on.
up. Do you remember your card?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be amazing?
It would be amazing.
In fact, would you do me a favor? They're in a box. Would you call out loud for the first time the name of the card that you picked?
It was the 3 of spades.
3 of spades. No, seriously.
Yeah. No,
That was
seriously.
it? Really? Do
That was it.
you want to change your mind?
I don't think so.
You want to keep the mind you have?
I mean,
Okay.
maybe?
So you're saying if we look through this deck, the only card face up should be the 3 of clubs.
I mean, or spades.
Spades, excuse me.
Yes, 3 of spades.
Worth a try.
Yes.
All right, you ready?
I think so.
Here we go. Can we see the cards?
Why am I nervous?
I'm nervous. Are you kidding?
Okay.
All right, here we go. You sure you put it back in here, right?
I'm Derek sure I put it back in there.
You've said this before. I don't see
No.
that. Hey.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, come on now.
Okay.
Wow.
Show's canceled. Show's over,
That's it.
people. Go home. This is unbelievable.
And you know, out of all of these red cards, you thought of the 3, the only card with a blue back on it as well.
Okay, I am tripping. Master Magician Curt Miller, thank you so much. Blew my mind. Reminder, seating is limited. Reserve your spot to the Conjurer Intimate Magical Experience now. For a link to tickets and Curt's website, you can visit our website, HoustonLife.tv. My gosh, I do not know how I'm going to recover from those tricks. That was incredible, my friend. Wow.